I am, yes I am, Jeshua ben Yosef, and today I will speak in the tongue of those energies that you have called the Holy, Holy Spirit. That one which I call Babaka. The father and the mother, the son and the daughter, all of them together, joined as one energy, one love, one life. And in these moments that we will be together, you and I, we will be joined by many, many others, many others indeed. And today I have the privilege of introducing you to a set of friends of mine which have been here before, have visited these grounds before, have visited your hearts before. Yet they have been mostly forgotten in the last few months as energies were shifting. I'm talking about the energy of the Magdalene, who will be joining me today. Also talking about the energy of Mother Mary, who will be joining me today and who will, in the coming days, speak. Has been a very long time since Mary has spoken. Today she will do so. First, in group, in a bundle of energy. And when the time passes, and you get closer and closer and closer to your hearts, there will be singular words, singular energies. Another one who is joining me today is that energy that you know as Thomas. And another one, the energy known as Peter, Matthias, Matthew, John, and all the others that are coming in right now. For this session, for this gathering of loved ones, we will also be inviting the energy of Sarah. It is important to realize that none of us are truly separate, Imzaia. All of those who sit here now, albeit in energy, albeit in matter, in body, all of those are one. All of them. This has always been the case. So when I give you this list of names, know that it is just a list. It is not a complete list. It will never be a complete list. For you see, for it to be complete, we would have to incorporate all the names that you have once carried. And you have carried many names. The energies of Kuthumi, Adamus Germain, and several others will join us later in this weekend. Perhaps probably tomorrow, as they will only be necessary this time to facilitate the energy that will come in to allow you to create what you need to create. So let us gather now that these formalities are over. Now that you have gotten used to seeing this energy around you, inside of you, through you. Let us cut away the formalities. Let us cut away all the names. And let's just interact in bliss and in joy, in love. Have you ever considered how your energy truly exists? For all of you sit here in these bodies. You call yourselves males or females. You have conditioned yourselves into believing certain aspects of you. This makes up your personality. We have talked at great length about personality, about the parameters of the brain, about all of these other things. Today we will not do so again, but today we want to take all of this information that we have created together with you in the past, and we would like to blend it all together. You see, we would like to bring it all together. Before we do so, we need to inform you about something. The information that is coming in is carried by words, always words. Yet, the essence of it all is heart energy, love. If you walk away here today not understanding what we will talk about soon, know then that the energy that has come into your hearts, if you allow it to open, is the most important one. This is the energy that will transform you. This heart energy is the energy that will shift your frequencies into new levels of existence, Imzaia. And you should know this. This is the way you have always interacted with anyone around you. Although, oftentimes, you seem to get lost. Lost in mind, lost in thought. And it's so very interesting to see what happens to you all then. If you look at humans, if you look at all consciousness, you will see that your biggest dilemma is time and space. Time and space. For time is a factor that will always make your mind race. It will make your mind go into the past, go into the future. Maybe staying in the now, but when you stay in the now, you often have a tendency to go left or right. You like to shift your now. You like to explore how far you can go in order to frustrate yourselves. And this is very interesting indeed. For, as you do you understand that it is imperative not to get angry with yourselves? So often we see you trying to hold on to the energy of now. And as you shift away from it, as you go into these other realities of mind, not of consciousness, as you try to exist within a society that invites you to blow your consciousness, that invites you to shrink your consciousness to a tiny, tiny, tiny little gland in the brain, so that there's a lot of room for mind to exist, you often get angry with yourselves. And this is another factor that you don't need to allow, Imzaia. Allowing is one of the great, great arts of the great, great work. Allowing will enable you to exist in any point of time and space. Allowing will allow you to understand that even when you go into a mental future, you are not that far away from the now. Even if you go into a mental past, you can still be in the now. Allowing allows for this. Take, for instance, a person who wanted so much, so very, very much, to live in the now. Only this person gets troubled by phone calls, text messages on your cell phones, emails coming in, news reports on television coming in, maybe even redundant television programs and shows, newspapers, conversations with other people. Everybody is always trying to get you out of the now. Everybody is always trying to latch on to you. And they try to pull you away from what you are doing. They try to get you away from your very core essence. And so you let yourselves go. You answer the phone. You listen to the questions of others. Questions that would naturally be answered by all that is. Questions that only come forth from the fact that someone does not believe in their own power. So they have to grab the phone and they have to call you and ask for the answer. This person who does this is not in the now. For if this person would truly exist in the now, he or she would understand that in now space, in be space, all the answers are always at hand. And if an answer should not be at hand, well, can you allow for the fact that maybe the answer does not yet need to be given? We know, I and the others, that we have talked at great length about society, about economy, that we have talked at great length about organizations in your world that would enslave you to believing in the fact that you want money, to believing in the fact that you need to go to places away from your passion that will allow you to gain an income so that you can do all of these things that society requires of you. And yet, it has never been our point to totally talk negatively about these types of organizations. The world is shifting, but it will not shift to those extremes that you will never have to work another day. This will never happen. It is only the perspective from which you do your work that will shift. Look at the companies that you must have been involved with in the past at one point or another. These companies are treadmills of now space, yet they are not seen as now space. Imagine yourself in an office, or maybe in a factory somewhere, or maybe in a restaurant, or whatever it is that you do for a living or could do for a living. Imagine yourself sitting there, only required to use your passion, to use your neocortex imagination, to use your biggest potentials to achieve what you need to achieve, not following procedures, not following pre-installed guidelines placed there by someone who does not even know who you are, who does not even know what you are about. Imagine being given the trust of being who you are. Imagine someone hiring you because of who you are and not of what you studied, not of the degrees you have, not of the intellect that you possess, but because of what makes you special, what makes you unique. This would be a world where work would mean passion, where work would mean energy, not identity. It would be a world of bliss. This is what you are today creating. What this world today is creating. It is a return to the old ways. It is a return to everything that you have left behind so you could explore mind space. You have done your explorations, and mind space has become pretty dull, a pretty dull place to be. You have seen every corner of your mind, you have seen every fear, you have lived every drama, you have experienced every type of emotional pain. Believe us, you have. If it be not in this life, then it be in another. So we implore you to let go of repetition. We implore you to let go of all of these things that you would do to keep you in the space that you are in today. And this brings us back to the beginning of this discussion, does it not? For we have told you that there is more to you than you realize. You sit here carrying a personality. You sit here carrying a specific name. Some of you carry several names, yet they are all names. You see what happens, Imzaia, when you identify yourself with a name. You create a set of predefined parameters, not for yourself, but for others to latch onto. You see, if you look beyond the veil, if you look beyond this temporal field that you see around you, then you would notice that you are not just you. You are connected to an energy source that we can only compare to the size and immensity and beauty of what you call the solar sun. Right up there somewhere in the skies. This sun radiates light. Incredible, differentiated light. Millions of rays erupting from it every single second. This is you. You are one of these rays. One of these rays that has taken on form and substance, has taken on identity, has taken on a life mission, a path to follow. You see? Now you have a choice when you're on earth. Either you can continue to identify yourselves with one of these rays, just one teeny weeny ray, or you can travel the rays. You can go back to your essence, back to your center, and exist as everyone that you are. Not just one little reflection of you. You're doing this anyway, Imzaia, once you are out of this meeting this weekend and you go to another place, you go back to visit your families, or you go to work, or you go home where maybe a loved one or an unloved one in some cases, or maybe a dog or a cat or fish are waiting for you. And once you arrive there, do you really think you are emitting the same frequencies as you are doing right now? You're not. Today, here, and tomorrow probably in some cases, you will be carrying a specific frequency. A frequency that allows you to interact with the type of social event that is happening here today. Yet, if you go home, automatically your magnetic field will start to shift. You will start changing your frequencies. You will start opening yourselves up for who you need to be in the space that you will be in. This also happens during travel. And every day is like a journey, is it not? So every day, as you go from one place to the next, you continuously change your frequencies, and what you do is you take a little ray of that big sun that you are, and you adjust yourselves with it. So, in fact, you are living a lie. You are telling yourselves that you are this person with a specific name, a specific date of birth. And yet, with every other type of social interaction that you have, you change yourselves. If you are doing this on a micro level, why not do it on a macro level as well? This earth has changed. This field of existence has changed. You know this. You are able now to carry a lot of energy that previously did not belong to you. You could not carry it. Your bodies were not made to withhold or withstand, in this case, the pressure. The immense pressure of millions and millions amounts of energy more than you were used to carrying before. This pressure could lead to a lot. It could lead to disease. In the case of this messenger, it led to a heart attack. In so many different people, it will lead to different things. But fear not. Do not be afraid to carry your complete energy. You want another metaphor? We'll give you one. Imagine if you are a crystal. A huge, huge crystal. As big as the earth itself. This is your total you. Everything that you are. This life that you are leading right now is just a reflection, a small beam of light coming through the crystal, touching it at specific points, and thus projecting itself further down into the earth where you will be born. One small reflection of this huge, huge crystal. What you can do today, you can turn on the light. You can activate all the rays. You can open this teeny weeny laser light that goes through the crystal. You can activate this so that all of the crystal is lit. And not just one tiny beam plummets itself onto the earth, but the entire sun. You can be this if you just allow yourselves to be this. You know what keeps you out of being all that you are? It is drama. It is not allowing to live inside of now space. You know, I and my friends have been walking the earth quite a lot recently. And a lot of the places where we have arrived, we see faces, people that are not in now space. They are walking around, looking around at things to buy, while they don't see the majesty of the energy spot that they are in at that given moment. And when they look around and when they look at things to buy, their faces go like this. It's like they are not happy. They don't want to be here. What am I doing here? Oh God, she's going into another shop. Help! When can I go home? Oh my God, he's going to watch the football again. Why? Oh my God. If I have to go visit that family one more time, I swear I'll shoot myself. Oh God, if I have to make love with him one more time, I swear I'll change my sex. This is the way you often look at reality. What you want at that point is to get out of the now and to move forward into a future, to get to the future as fast as you humanly can. But how can you get to the future? You can't. The future will come to you. This is the art of allowing. In the last few weeks, I and the others, but especially me, have been asked to train people into this system of consciousness, to leave the mind and to go into a conscious space of now, where you can be what you are at any given moment. And yet, as these people come to us, as these people request information, as these people are dying to be trained in the ancient arts of energy, magnetism, gravity, and all these types of things, we cannot give them what they want. For they are not allowing themselves to exist in now space. They want to be trained professionals. They want to exist with their powers in their hands. They want to be able to do all of these things. And yet, all you need to do is just exist in the now. Can we just pause for a second and say that those are magnificent sunglasses? Beautiful. You see, we are in the now. We're just reacting to content. This is the art of a flower. This is the art of a bird. Do you think a bird went to school so that it could learn so that it could learn how to whistle? No. It just allows itself to exist in now space. You know, there's so many people at this earth today who would love to be a singer, who would love to be an artist, who would love to let the world listen to their voice, create beautiful music. And yet most of them think they have to go through trainings, through competition, they have to work night and day. Yet all of you are elegant singers. All of you. Yet you never do.
Those people even sacrifice their own lives.
Yes, they do.
To get to this goal.
Yes.
They sacrifice.
People will sacrifice a lot to obtain what they already have, actually. This happens a lot. The only problem, Imzaia, is that so many people are trained to just listen to specific frequencies. In the case of music, if you were to listen to ancient music, shamanistic music for instance, you would notice that your ears are not having a field day. Your ears are not enjoying themselves. Why? Because you have been taught to only listen to specific frequencies. Again, you have been taught what is beautiful and what is ugly. Even in music, you have this in all of your sensory experiences. If today you meet a person and this person does not follow specific guidelines which allow others to think he or she is beautiful, you will not look twice. Hair must be made up in a specific way, makeup must be applied, showers must be taken every 12 hours or so. So many other things need to happen. It interests us that when we look at your lives, and we look at your lifestyle, and we look at your houses and your homes and your closets, that we see so much redundancy, so much that is unnecessary, yet you need all of these things to believe that you are living a good life. What you are actually living is a good lie, not a good life. You are living that you need all of these clothes and that you need clothes that are in fashion today. You need the right haircut. You need the white teeth. You need the white eyes. You need all of these things. But does it keep you in the now? It doesn't. Take for instance you. You are at home and you are about to have someone over for dinner or just for a drink, are you aware of how much effort you put yourselves through just to make yourselves good looking? Just to do this. Are you aware of how many times you will change your clothes because you think you are not pretty enough? And you think you are doing this for the other person. You are not. You are doing this for you. And why? Why do you always have this tendency of trying to change yourself? It's because you are not whole. You are not complete, you see. For you are just carrying this one ray of yourself. And this ray has such little energy that it needs to revamp itself, restructure itself every single day. Imagine a life. Just imagine a life where you can be the entire sun, where you can carry all of the rays within. Imagine a life where people actually come over to see you, not to see what you're wearing, not to see if the glasses you have put on are good looking today, not to see if your hair is good looking today, but to see you. To actually see you. And thus see a piece of them. These types of contacts have become very rare in Earth, on Earth, around Earth, in this time and space indeed. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody is unique. Everybody can be everyone. And this is why I and my friends are coming in today. This is why we have chosen to sit outside as we come into this body today. We want you to look around you. We want you to see the trees, to see the clouds, to see the billions of little tendrils of grass. So much beauty, so much elegance. One tree here does not differentiate itself from the other. It does not give itself a name. Lucas, for instance. It will not say, "Hey John, other tree, I am Lucas." It doesn't say that. It just sees all that is. It knows that it is conscious. It does not need to get dressed every day. It does not need to take a shower. The showers come naturally to it. It does not need to put on a facade. It does not need to wear masks. You know, we think that you are missing one closet in your house. It's an energy closet. It's called the closet of masks. For so often, as you go out and you keep putting all these things onto you, you keep putting all the ointments and all the makeup and all the things that make you look and smell and feel pretty onto you. What you forget is the most important thing you put on. It is that mask that you will be wearing that day. And believe us, there is no one sitting here, no one listening to these words that is not wearing a mask. All of you are. You are wearing the masks of enlightenment, for instance. You are wearing the masks of joy. You are wearing the masks of happiness, of love. And you feel that you are some type of ambassador that needs to go around this earth to spread this love, to show the mask of love. But you do know that enlightenment, love, and joy, and passion are things that cannot be defined. They cannot be put on a mask. You cannot carry it around outside of you. If you were to travel inside out, if you were to dare to show yourselves as you truly are, then you would be actual ambassadors. This is all you have to do. You don't need to become anything. You don't need to go from point A to point B and be on a mission, be on a path towards a goal. For this is what your body wants of you. This is what society wants of you. It wants to make you believe that you need to go someplace, that you need to become something, that you need to grow into something. And we must admit that most of you here, sitting here today in the spiritual world, the esoteric world, also believe that you need to become something. While these entire teachings have always been about existing in the now, staying in the now, living in the now. We have heard that you are planning to create a tree this weekend. How are you going to do this? You are a rock, not a tree.
Intention and seed.
Okay. Well, do you know that in the now, this tree is already here? It already exists. It already has, how shall we say, branches. It already has leaves. It already has a stem. It already has roots. The wind is already going through the leaves. Birds are already sitting in it. The birds that are making their song here right now, they already know about the tree that you think you are going to be creating. For it is already here. They can see the now potential of you. And this is bliss. This is beauty. You don't need to become anything. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to do anything. You just need to allow energy to happen, energy to move, energy to exist. If you do this, then you will see that all of the other things that you have been taught so far, well, I will not go as far as to say that they're meaningless. That's just Kuthumi trying to push me into this. I will say, however, that they were just little breadcrumbs that you put on your road, on your path to simplicity, on your path to allowing. However, if you want to do this, you need to get out of your mind. So oftentimes you get stuck. So oftentimes we have talks, discussions, interactions with people, and so oftentimes people will go into a state of consciousness, and then when the conversations are over, when there is nothing left to say, when all words are no longer necessary, you see that they will be creating words anyway. You see that they will be creating mental states anyway. And this is so typical. What you see then is you will see a happy person. Hello. You will see this beautiful person. And allow me to come in for a second, Imzaia, to talk about this. For this is my field of expertise. Kuthumi. You will see this beautiful person. And this person will come into a room with a big smile on his face or her face, and all of a sudden there will be someone asking a question, and the smile will disappear, indeed. And there will be mental process again, this mental process, that even the other ones that have just been talking, Jeshua and the others, they even have these mental processes. That's of course because they never went insane. I went insane. So that is good. That is grand. That is love. Later on I might do a dance for you indeed. So you see, as these people are coming into a room and as their joy is being taken away from them, you see that their mental process is starting up all over again. Now, good light worker as you are, good Imzaia as you are, good facilitator as you are, you will run to them and trying to use your survival kit, your light worker survival kit, to make them happy again, because you need to get them out of their minds. Does it work? No. All it does is make you feel good about yourselves, because you think you actually helped someone. You think you actually assisted. You did your grand light work. But is that necessary? No, it is not. You don't need to do anything. Just let them be. For you see what will happen? Two things. First of all, if you do not assist the person, if you just allow everything in your space that is to be, then this person will automatically start a mental process. And what will he or she do? They will be feeling unhappy. And first they will annoy themselves because they are unhappy. They will tell themselves, oh, this is not good. This is not good. I was happy a minute ago. I could feel the sun coming into my body. This is not good. Oh my God, I am unhappy. Oh shite. Now what? Maybe I should go to the store. Maybe I should buy a book. Becoming Happy Again, Part 2. Maybe I should eat some chocolate indeed. Maybe I should find a lover. Maybe I should get myself a new outfit. Go to the movies, that's an idea. And then there will be, after a couple of decades, there will be a second phase. This person will start thinking, okay, so I am unhappy. Live with it. I'm here, I'm unhappy, and I'm not going anywhere. Is it so bad to be unhappy? Not if I allow it. Not if I just accept the fact that I am unhappy. Okay. I feel pretty good about being unhappy. I'm happy that I am unhappy. You see? This will automatically happen to anyone. The brain, the mind is not trained on something permanent. It cannot obtain a permanent condition. So if you just allow that person their space, their now, and if you just throw your lightworker survival kits into the garbage, then maybe you can take away your masks as well. For we have already told you last time when we spoke that everything is content. You calling yourself light worker, even calling yourself Imzaia, even calling yourself Shambra, even calling yourself creator is content. It is conditioning. So, if you could take the mask of light worker, the mask of Imzaia, the mask of all of these names, and your own names as well, if you can just take these away, then you can just be the human angel. Then you can just exist. Then you can just walk around the earth, and where you will go, happiness will follow. Sometimes you will be placed in position where you can actually assist someone to become more happy. But it will not be words, it will not be theory, it will not be any sort of therapy that you need to give to someone else. It will just be you. Your presence, Imzaia, is all that is required. Your presence is all that is required to create reality. All of it. If any one of you were not here right now, on this planet, in this universe would cease to function. It would no longer exist. It would have one of its components missing. And as such, all you need to do is be present in the now. All you need to do is allow all of your rays to come inside of you all at once. Grand things are happening on planet Earth. We have told you this before. We will tell you again. Economies, grand economies that are shifting. Religion that will finally die. Politics that will finally go boom, go kaput. All of these things, borders, country, possession of land, will finally go away in the next 3 years. And as it happens, please, please, we implore you, do not create new government. Do not create new borders. Don't go into Jerusalem saying this place is now light worker country and its borders are from there to there. Don't do this. Just allow yourselves to be where you are at that given moment. You will make the right encounters. You will be able to carry your entire energy in your body. You will be able to look at reality differently. You will be able to understand that the tree that you are trying to create, as we said before, already exists. All you need to do is find it. For you see, these trees that we are talking about, all of these trees that you see here, what is their greatest asset? Oh, we said the word ass. What is their greatest asset? Well, what? That you can pee against it? No. The greatest asset is the fact that they carry not fruits, not leaves, that they carry potential. And what is their potential? Their sacred geometry. The geometry of how they are taking shape? No. Do you think that these trees are shaping themselves? Do you think that these branches that you see all around you, they are part of a great design, that there is actual architects creating trees, that they are saying, oh, this one, they should have a branch going like that? No, it doesn't happen that way. Again, the tree allows itself to be. It allows itself to be in the now. And it knows that by not doing anything, it will be most beautiful. If you don't do anything about your bodies, if you don't try to change your bodies the whole goddamn time, maybe your body will be more beautiful. Ever thought about that? If you don't think about how your body must look, maybe you will be more beautiful, because you will not be concerned with aspects that are less beautiful. You will not be focusing on changing anything about yourself, because if you want to change anything about yourself, you are actually acknowledging that you are not beautiful. And you are so goddamn sexy, all of you. Not the way you are sitting here right now. No, we don't like to see all the makeup, and I don't like to see all the haircuts, and I don't like to see all the glasses and all the outfits and stuff that is saying, look at me, I'm a person living in 2007. Hooray.
Do you like the hairs on my chest?
The hairs on your chest are beautiful, my man. But they are not 2007. The style this year is to shave them. Unfortunately. Next year the style will change again, you can grow them back. Do we have a hairdresser around? Oh, there is one sitting right there. So everyone, please, just look at yourselves the way you are, not the way you are trained to be. And if you do so, then maybe, just maybe, Kuthumi will buy you a drink. And you know what happens when I buy you a drink? Now, Imzaia, before we go on, I need to tell you something. In the past, I have been talking a great deal about sex, about seeing you all naked, about sleeping with you all. You must understand that why I say this is very simple. I am in love with you. I am in love with all of you because I am in love with myself. And I understand that I am the creator. So you are my creation, and so I love you. When I said last time, and Yeshua is now asking, why are you retracing your words? Are you ashamed of what you said? I am not ashamed of what I said. When I said last time, I want to see you all naked in a room, what do you think I meant? I want to see you without the masks, without the clothes of society, without the harness that is being put onto you. I want to see you without all of these things. When I say I want to make love to you, I do. But at the same time, I also want to share my love with you. Because as the bird in the tree is giving all of his or her passion when it shows you its song, I will show you my passion. I want you to show each other your passion. This is the actual art of love-making. You have reduced love-making to penetration, or to do oral things, or kissing, whatever. You have reduced love-making. Love-making is everything. Love-making is actually making love. You still today call this the act of making love. Most of you on this earth are not making love when they are having sex. They are just making frustration. They are just making fear that they are not good enough because they have not read Making Love Part 5. You see, if you can just find the art of making love in anything that you do, then soon enough you will start talking like me. Now, isn't that something to look forward to?
Oh my God.
Yes? Okay, maybe my dialect and my accent sound stupid, but at the same time it is very cute, don't you think? My dialect may be slightly off the center, but at the same time I am making love all the time. When I walk around, I make love to the grass. I emit my love particles inside of it. And if you were to walk on the grass next, you will feel my frequency. You will be blessed because you are blessed. Because I am blessed. Because I no longer wear the masks. Because I allow all of the frequencies to exist at once inside of me. Because I understand that, and now we are getting back to the beginning of this message, not that I understand that I am not just Kuthumi. I am that I am. I am all the other lives that I have lived. I am all the other people that I have ever been. So, once we go back to the beginning of this message, why do you give yourself name? Why do you continue to give yourself a name? You give yourself one name, and thus you limit yourself to one little frequency, one little ray of energy. And also, if you meet other people, you should try this, Imzaia. This is an interesting experiment. Why don't you talk to someone you have never met, and you tell them when they ask you, what is your name? Are you doing fine? Are you interested in doing something with me? And you give them your name. And you say, for instance, I am Jean. All of a sudden, frequencies will start popping up in their heads, and they will already start labeling you. Not just the name itself, but now the program of the mind starts racing, and you have a file here called John, and John all of a sudden has all these aspects and keeps getting aspects. Now do the experiment again. Go to another bar, for I assume you are sitting in a bar, always. Go to another bar, and when someone asks you again, what's your name? Don't say, my name is John. Say, my name is Eric. You will see that people will respond to that name differently than to the name John, even though it is the same person talking. Now, imagine that these two people who have asked you your name, one of which believes you are John, the other one believes you are Eric, they will meet each other. They will go out to dinner before they sleep together, of course. And they will start talking about all these interesting people they have met. And someone will say, the first one will say, oh, I've met this man today. He's a very interesting man. His name is John. Oh, John, that's interesting. Well, you know who I met today? It's Eric. And they will start talking about you like you are two different people. This is how far identity has gone. Can you imagine that these two people who are talking do not feel that they are talking about the same energy, the same person? Well, this is the trap of identity. Does a name make you different from one another? It does not. Does energy make you different from one another? No, it unifies you. Now, when we, together with all of you this morning, were inside doing the exercises, we invited you to allow everyone who comes into these gatherings today or tomorrow, to allow them to be just who they are. Not all of the predefined things you have put inside of your head. Not all of the imagination that you have created, not the neocortex parts, not the third mind parts. Look at them through the eyes of God, through the eyes of the Holy Spirit, which is you. Look at them with the eyes of an angel. If you do, you will see bliss. You will see beauty. You will not see a name and parameters attached to that name. Allow yourselves to allow the others to be who they are now. There will come a point in this earth and on this earth as well where you will no longer carry identity. You will no longer carry a name, for these names will no longer be important. Weaving your world, what you will learn here in the coming hours, is about all of this. It is about allowing yourselves to be, allowing all potential to be. As we talked about the tree before, and if we said that the tree are not shaping themselves, what is shaping the tree? The wind, the rain, the earth, the sun, and consciousness. The 5 elements. The birds flying there, they carry consciousness. And as they sit on the branches of the tree, they will shape the tree. That little insect that has just sat down on the mat over there, it is now shaping the frequencies of the mat, because this is consciousness. How little it be? How little it be, yet it creates its reality around it as well. This mat will forever be changed because of this tiny bit of consciousness. And who are you to say that your consciousness is greater than those? You cannot. This could be a great philosopher sitting right there. This little insect is as important as you are. For it carries consciousness, it carries frequency, and in fact it is smarter than you. It does not give itself identity. Now, we are not saying that you should become bugs. We are not saying that you should become insects and that you should start living like a hive. This is not necessary. All we are saying is give peace a chance.
I knew you were going to say that.
We had to say it. All we are saying is give yourselves a chance. Allow yourselves to be what you want to be. This is a safe space that we have created here for the coming 2 days. It is in fact a playing field. So on this playing field, which I, Kuthumi, have created, there are no rules. There are no identities either. There are no minds either. Try, Imzaia, try to live as though the new earth would already be here. Do this today and tomorrow. Don't give yourself names. Look at each other like you are different. Look at each other like you are carrying all your rays at once. you will notice that out of the millions of rays you can carry, out of the millions of rays that create you, you will find the others, part of those same rays. For this is what the higher self is all about, and then we will end this session for now. This is what the higher self is all about. At the beginning of this session, we told you to go to that place, that sun that you are. What you don't realize, there is only one sun. Only one. So if we are saying, carry the entire rays of your own sun, we are basically saying, carry each other inside of you. You will not know a stranger from that point onward. Never. For each and every person you meet will be a part of you already. Imagine what it feels like to know each and every infant, each and every baby that is born on this earth today, even though you are not seeing it, you're not in physical contact with it. Just imagine what it would feel like to know that today about 400,000 rays have re-entered the planet, taking on human form, and you know them already. And also, imagine the bliss of being able to wave goodbye to those leaving the planet today. Being able to be one of those who is aware that these great souls are once again going away, becoming part of the one sun again. And as they do, so you will be blessed. So you will be loved. Oh, sweet, sweet Imzaia. Although we must go now, although we must leave you, although we must return this body to its current occupant, we must say, it is always a joy to be here. We will think of more nonsense to talk to you about in the coming hours, and once we have written our new speech, we will come back, because this is an election year, is it not? Kuthumi for president. How would that be? No, we would never take on that role. First of all, we have no names. And second of all, we would not pinpoint ourselves to such a pathetic little existence. Sweet Imzaia, we love you. We love you, we love you, we love you. Know that we will return again one time today, before your party begins. We want to be there at your party. And no, we will not get drunk.
Naked?
We will get naked. We will not get drunk, we will just go unconscious. This is what we will do. One final remark. Just kidding. Goodbye, Imzaia. You are dearly loved. We will return later. In the name of Thomas, in the name of Peter, in the name of Sarah, in the name of Mary, in the name of Yeshua, and in the name of all the other sons of bitches, we salute you, we adore you, and we are kissing you softly, here behind the ear, and in the neck, right now. And so it is.